LeBron from Cajun Cardboard coming at you from the great state of Louisiana. And today I have got my very first soccer-only mail day. I'm not going to be doing these as often as I do my basketball mail day because soccer's sort of my, it's a pinch of my collection. I'm just starting to get into it. So these mail day videos are going to be a little bit longer and have probably a few more cards than my typical basketball mail day video because I won't talk as much about them. And I don't acquire cards at the same rate as I do in my basketball card collection. But for those of you who love soccer, I don't know how many people out there are sharing soccer mail days. So hopefully you guys will find this entertaining and educational like I do. And it kind of helps me keep an inventory of what's going on in my collection. So without any delay, this is probably the last 2 to 3 months of soccer cards that have actually hit my vault. And so as I do on my basketball mail days, I'm going to pull up my PWCC vault. I've created a shareable link that I can share with you guys of just the select cards that I want to talk about. And that's soccer cards that I've picked up probably over the last 3 months, something like that. So I'm going to let the cat out of the bag on something today. I've decided to put together the entire 2014 Prizm World Cup set. Yeah, I'm a set collector. I can't kick that gene. I've said it before 100 times on the channel. And to all my friends, I've got to stop collecting sets. I've got to stop collecting sets. It causes anxiety. It's not the greatest investment. My money's better off in Jordan or just buying the damn cards that I want. But I don't know what it is. I just want to put sets together. And this 2014 Prizm World Cup set reminds me of the 2012 Prizm basketball set. It's the first Prizm soccer set, just like 2012 Prizm is the first Prizm basketball set. It kind of looks alike, to be honest with you, but what you're looking at on your screen is an autograph card. So I've decided to put together the 2014 Prizm base PSA 10 and the 2014 autograph set. The autograph set, I think, is 77 cards, and the Prizm base PSA 10 set is 201 cards from that 2014 World Cup. So a bunch of different players from a bunch of different countries. And anyway, this Oscar, people call him, but I think it's technically Oscar, used to play for Chelsea, and I remember watching him on Chelsea, and he was a great up-and-coming young midfielder. He sort of disappeared because he went over and decided to play in Asia, so he's kind of been off the world radar. But this is a real clean PSA 10 autograph for him, so check one off the box. I think right now I'm at 11 out of 77. So I've got a little bit of a ways to go, and you'll see this is a Pop 9 card in PSA 10. It's hard to find these cards, guys. They're really tough to grade too because the back's got that dark color at the top, but just a good looking card, Oscar, and he put a little smiley face inside the O just for us, and I think 11 is his jersey number. So pretty cool little autograph card there. That's card number 1 in this mail day, and I've revealed that I'm a set collector. Now this was a mistake, and so I don't need a video of a freaking Zlatan Ibrahimovic card, but that's what I've got. So I accidentally forgot to change the shipping address for this raw Beam Team. This is a Beam Team insert. For those of you who collect basketball, you're going to recognize this. It's going to look super familiar as the 92 Beam Team, but this was a card that it's raw. I was going to get it graded, so put it in one of my PSA grade reveal videos because I love Zlatan. He's probably one of my 5 favorite players that have ever played the sport of soccer. I've picked up a couple, and I meant to have this shipped to my home address so I could clean it off, submit it to PSA. I accidentally forgot to change that on eBay, and so they shipped the damn card to my PWCC vault. So I've included it in this video, but I'll ship this card back to myself from PWCC, put it in my next PSA submission, and you guys will see that go out and then come back in and see what grade I got on it. So that's what that is. These are just really cool inserts that mean a lot to me because I'm a basketball 90s collector, and so that's what these cards look like. And you can see this is what PWCC does with raw cards that you submit and put into your vault is they look at it, they verify it, they put this little tag up here. The NBA says it's authentic. Well, no shit, it just came out. And then there's a QR code, which I haven't screwed with, but I guess you could put your phone up to the screen and whatever that's going to do. It's going to do something I should probably know, but I don't. Next is this one. I wanted to pair this. I've got the 2003 Campioni di Futuro Ibrahimovic card, which is some sort of his rookie card. In soccer, you never know. But this little bad boy is like a Pop 9, and it's Ronaldinho. I said Ibrahimovic is one of my top 5 players ever. Ronaldinho is probably my top 3 players ever, along with Kevin De Bruyne, and then now Erling Haaland, who I've decided to collect, and of course Messi. But Messi's price point's a little different. But Ronaldinho's card world is not great. There's not a lot of options out there of really cool looking Ronaldinho cards. He's a little bit older, so he's kind of in the sticker / paper era. He doesn't have a lot of chromey, shiny stuff, so there's not really a lot of sexy stuff out there. Even post-playing career, there's not a lot of golds and reds and things like that. So I just picked this little bad boy up. I could not have paid more than maybe $70 or maybe $80. I can't even remember, to be honest with you, what I paid for that card, but happy to add that one. Here's a card I picked up at the Dallas Card Show. The first Dallas Card Show I ever went to. I drove down there with my wife and got to meet up with Andrew Goldberg and walk the floor. And this was an Erling Haaland that I picked up late Friday night at that show from a really awesome soccer collector and soccer dealer that was there. It had a bunch of other cards that I really would have liked to buy as well. But this is one I knew I had to walk out with. This is the Erling Haaland Obsidian Color Blast from 2020. It's about $2,500, anywhere from $2,200 to $2,800 insert from Obsidian. Just a really good looking card of probably the world's best up and coming striker. Just a big time card, good looking card. I really like the Color Blast. I really like this black Color Blast even better than the white Color Blast. So picked this guy up and happy to put that in my collection. As you guys know, I've got a pretty sizable stake in Erling Haaland. I made a pretty sizable investment in his 2019 Bundesliga Chrome Refractor rookie card. And I think I have 8 of those of the 130 population out there. So I'm a big believer in Haaland. I'm a big believer that he's going to set the Premier League goals scored record. I know everybody's been hyper-focused on this World Cup, and rightfully so, because it's been amazing. But don't forget Haaland's out there, and that refractor's actually come way down. I might pick up 2 or 3 more. Who knows? I don't know. But this is I ripped a case of 2021 Stadium Club Chrome UEFA Champions League. And so this insert really called to me. I pulled a couple of these out, decided to grade a couple of the bigger and badder players in this insert, and actually did really well on the 2021 Stadium Club Chrome cards that I sent in. They graded exceptionally well. And if you missed it, I had a PSA grade reveal video, and it's marked soccer only, so you can go back and watch that. But got a 10 on this Messi, just a really good looking card. It's got that kind of marbleized background, and these cards are actually kind of shiny on the front and slick, almost like a acetate surface, but really good looking card. Little just added that to the collection. Nothing special there, but I added Messi, and stay tuned, there's gonna be a couple more you'll see that I added from that same set. There we go. So there's Vini, who had a pretty good World Cup. He's a terror on the wing. Nice up and coming Brazilian forward. And then I added the Ronaldo, of course. So I've got the Messi and the Ronaldo. Those guys are inextricably interwoven in the history of soccer. And then of course I got my guy Haaland. I actually got 2 PSA 10 Haalands back. One of them I sent to Rick Probstein. He's going to sell it. It's a Pop 9. And so I've got 2 of the 9, and I'll keep this one and sell the other one. Here's an Aqua Wave, serial number to 250 Haaland. Got a PSA 10 when I submitted that one for grading, and I have I put that into my collection. I just think that's a really cool picture right there. Serial number to 250. There's a bunch of different types of refractors. I'm still educating myself on the different parallels and variations and colors and products of soccer. It's very different than basketball. This is what's called the pink-red electric charge refractor. It's not serial numbered, but it's a Gavi, and it's got a rookie card stamp on it. Somebody who knows more than me, please comment below. I don't think this is his rookie card, is it? 2021 Stadium Club Chrome. Maybe it's his Champions League rookie card, whatever that means. Really brilliant, I think 19-year-old midfielder for Barcelona. Like, you know, some people are calling him the next Messi. My son has fallen in love with this kid because he reminds him of Messi. It's because he's short and sturdy and just kind of plays really good with the ball. But right next to Pedri in that Barcelona midfield, they're a problem. And then also they're the paired midfielders also for the Spanish international team, probably for the next 3 World Cups, unless somebody supplants them or injuries derail that. But really big time player. I've actually invested in a few of his rookie cards as well. Bought raw because I'd like to submit them to PSA and maybe try to do what I did with this card. Buy raw, put it, submit it to PSA for $15, get it back in a PSA 10, be in a good spot with some equity in the card, and then keep in my collection and let this kid flourish and see what his cards do over time. So this is the first of many Pedri PSA 10s you're going to see in my vault, and this is a Pop 1, so that's the only one there is out there for now. Again, it's not the rarest card in the world. I'm just early to grade on that card. The other insert that I liked, and it looks like a refractor, but I guess technically it's not, but this is the real time. And apparently Stadium Club's produced these real-time inserts in prior years as well. I'm just not familiar with them because I'm new to soccer. But this is the real-time Messi in a PSA 10. And then this is the Beam Team Kevin De Bruyne that I pulled from that case. I was really hoping to get a 10 on this, but as you can see on the top, if you look at the edges, you can see a little more white over here than over here. So it's a little bit off center. And then, the back, it's just hard to grade these Beam Teams. They're all black edges, all black corners. These are going to be condition sensitive. The PSA 10s are going to be very scarce and hard to come by. This Beam Team De Bruyne is a pop 3, and there is one PSA 10 out there so far. That is my opinion, the best player in the world right now, Kevin De Bruyne, Mbappe. It's really close between those two, in my personal opinion. And yes, I know Leo Messi is still in existence, but Mbappe and De Bruyne just leave such an imprint on the game. It's incredible. But then again, Messi can do something magical like he just did in the World Cup semifinal the other day. So, he's always capable of brilliance. I just feel like the physical presence of Kevin De Bruyne and the ability to play both sides of the ball just makes him super special right now. Here's just a regular refractor for the Erling Haaland. It's only a pop 4, but that pop will grow. This is not the rarest card in the world, but again, I like the picture holding up the trophy, and it's horizontal. And there's a lot of horizontal pictures in this Stadium Club product. Next, we've got the real time for Ronaldo, Pop 8. I think I got 2 of these PSA 10s back, sent one to Probstein, decided to keep one in my collection. So once again, Ronaldo and Messi paired up as PSA 10 real time inserts. And now we've got just a slew of 2014 Prism autographs. And so Diego Forlan, some of these guys are legends for their country and club. So Diego Forlan from Argentina. We've got Frank Lampard. Obviously, everybody knows who he is, one of the greatest midfielders in the history of English football. That Lampard's a pop 3, so that's one of the bigger autograph cards I have right now. Carlos Valderrama should evoke fond memories for people who started watching that World Cup that we played in America when the Americans beat the Colombian team. His hair obviously got a lot of attention, but his game was filthy too. He was one of the best mids in the world during his era, so that's that Valderrama. I've got the Wesley Sneijder PSA 10. We've got the James PSA 10, James Rodriguez PSA 10. We've got the Clint Dempsey PSA 10, Captain America before the current Captain America. We've got the Frank Rijkaard PSA 10. And then we've got the Arjen Robben PSA 10, and he was an absolute monster for Bayern Munich, and then obviously great for the Netherlands as well. And then Josie Altidore. I'm not a big fan of Josie Altidore, but he's in the set, and I wish we would have had him in this World Cup. That's how bad our striker situation is, where I think Josie Altidore would be an upgrade. But that is a Josie Altidore 10, and then the legend himself, Pirlo. Some of these cards, you just can't get them in PSA 10. So I've bought a lot of these raw, and I'm going to submit them to PSA and hope for the best. I'm not going to get the autograph graded because a lot of them go off sticker because the sticker's real shallow. So I'm just going to grade the card and just kind of roll with it. Again, this is just kind of my pet project. I'm not out there to make a fortune doing this. I really like this set. And the set just reeks of nostalgia from 3 World Cups ago in 2014. And this is the first year Prism. So I'm going to try to collect it in PSA 9 and 10 and then just sort of upgrade the 9s to 10s along the way over the next 3, 4, 5, 6 years, however long it takes. This is going to be kind of my primary focus in the soccer card market. Gavi rookies, the 2014 base PSA 10 set, which I'm actually relatively close on that already, believe it or not. And those are not hot pop cards either. And then the 2014 Prism autograph set. So going back to the list, that's it. That's soccer mail day number 1. Probably do one of these like every 2 or 3 months, maybe at the most, maybe 3 or 4, 5 or 6 a year at the most, because I'm not buying that much soccer. It'll primarily be pushing into that set. Maybe buying some more Haalands, buying a few more Gavis, just to have a rooting interest in an ultra modern prospect or phenom. But what is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So 11 2014 Prism autographs, the Beam Teams Latan, which I need to have shipped to me so I could put it in a PSA submission. Picking up the cheap little Ronaldinho, which is a pop 9 from Campione de Futuro. The Panini Obsidian Color Blast Haaland. And then the championship contribution for the big 4 there. And then 2 real times, a couple of refractors for Gavi and Erling Haaland. And then the Beam Team Kevin De Bruyne PSA 9, which I'll keep in my collection collection because he's one of my favorite active players right now. That's it, guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. I don't know how many of you guys that watch my channel give a damn about soccer. I'm really doing this to kind of whet the appetite. I really am a little bit hooked on pushing through these two sets and collecting some ultra modern soccer, and not only ultra modern soccer, but just looking at the 2014 Prizm World Cup set specifically. Those prices have come down a healthy amount, so I'm kind of enjoying doing that on a relatively decent budget. Obviously, the focus of my collecting is always going to be on Michael Jordan cards from the 90s. I'm going to try to mark all these thumbnails very explicitly soccer. So if I ever do a video having to do with soccer, it's going to have a soccer banner along the left side of that thumbnail. That way, basketball collectors only, or guys who are not interested, guys and gals not interested in soccer at all, can just kind of skip that video. So you guys who love basketball and not soccer, you'll have a day off whenever you see one of my soccer YouTube thumbnails. And then the soccer people will know right away, boom, soccer. And I've got a playlist created which is soccer only, so you can go find my soccer videos in there as well. So I'm trying to provide both basketball and soccer content, but trying to keep them noticeably different. That way you guys can pick and choose, because some of you guys don't have an overlap like I do. So anyway, as always, thank you guys for watching. Keep collecting, stay positive in the hobby, and peace.